Hello. Before we get started, I would like to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed. You have no idea how much it means to me. It really does mean a lot, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. As usual, I have some notes. We are going to start off with some book math, which is this tiny little piece of paper with actual math on the back of it. When I started this channel, when I started thinking about doing this channel, I had 291 middle grade books on 7 shelves. And some of them were young adults. Those were all very PG type young adult books. Those were my physical TBR for 2025. I currently have roughly, these numbers are all from end of January. So at the end of January, I had 281. I went from 291 to 281 a year later. I read and or unhauled more than 100 books. Now, some of the books that I unhauled were never on my TBR. I didn't count them at the time. This new TBR, the 281, is including adult books, other young adult books, more variety. Of the ones that my 291, I have 190-ish books still to read. And my math at the time said that meant I had acquired 83 books. That's not entirely accurate because I have acquired more, and I have been unhauling a few here and there without putting them out there for you to see. These books you have seen, but I'm going to review them. These books you have not seen. These are books that I have gotten so far this year. Basically, all of these are ones, individuals that I've collected somehow, one way or the other. These are all from my Little Free Library video that you may or may not have seen. I'll link it. I'll show you these in just a minute, but my problem is I need to fit these books in there. Now, if I've planned this correctly, I'm showing you my bookshelves. What the plan is to make my series continue all the way across the bottom. I want to rearrange them a little bit because I want my dragon books and maybe the books that I'm going to put more, the series that I want a higher priority, I want to put right in front where I will see them the most. And the one where my monthly TBR is covering them, I will put my more unsightly series, my mismatched ones, there. And then the ones I want to see the most will be behind my red books. I do have a plan. I think I can get it to work. On my classics/red shelf, I plan to remove the mass markets and put them back behind the caps. That's where they were before. I can put them back in, except for the ones that I plan on reading, which there's at least 3 in there. My red books and my Audrey Hepburn one, less sure where they're going to end up. Now, I know a lot of you will be saying, you have a whole shelf dedicated just to puzzles, and I should remove the puzzles. And I kind of agree. If it comes down to the caps or the puzzles, I will remove the puzzles if I need to. And I probably should. I know that I probably should, because it would make it more, or like it'll make it less crowded. But before you say that completely, let me show you the puzzles that I plan on putting on that shelf. This one is my favorite. Look, they're books that are shaped like, they're houses that are shaped like books. Hopefully you can see that. This is a bookstore. How can I not do that? Charles Dickens settings, which this might be a better picture of it. I think, is that right side up? I don't know if you can see it or not. I hope you can. Look at this one. I love this. Though I think that's going to be harder than it looks. And I'm going completely blank. Oh, Spiderwick. This is the author of Spiderwick. I don't know if these are from a book or not. These are the puzzles I want to put on that shelf. But again, if it comes down to the caps or the puzzles, I'll take the puzzles out if I have to. I am planning on double stacking my middle grade books if I have to, and I probably will have to. But let's go into what I have. There's also some caveats on these. Dune, again, these are the ones that I got from Little Free Libraries, and I have shown them to you before. This one I will probably not put out. Not planning on it at the moment anyway. A Boy Called Bat, middle grade. Local Woman Missing, adult thriller. Fablehaven is one that I think I might not keep. I'll put it in the Little Free Library. Book 1 I have in paperback. And as much as I love the hardbound, I'm more interested in keeping my first one than keeping this one. So I think I might actually unhaul this one. Even though I would like to have the set, it's not a high priority for me. that was middle grade. This is also middle grade. This is Sweep, the Story of a Girl and Her Monster. Really looking forward to that one. This one's adult. We Were the Lucky Ones. Carrie Soto is Back. And My Other Heart. These are going to go up there for sure. This one I haven't figured out where I'm going to put it. It'll probably go upstairs. Calvin and Hobbes. I love Calvin and Hobbes. All right, that will go over there. These are the ones that I have collected going to little free libraries. This just looks really cute. This was from a local little free library, Pizzazz. It's very graphic heavy, middle grade. Also middle grade. I think I have this from the library right now. This is just one of those books that I have always wanted to read, like for years. Oh, and I got this from a used bookstore. I do have a little bit of footage of me walking around, but I don't think it's very good. Absolutely, truly, I have always wanted to read this. Aristotle and Dante, I should do the whole title. Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. Look at those awards. I actually have had this book for over a year, but it was lost. I don't even remember where I found it. If I had remembered that I had it, this would have been on my 26 and 26. This is young adult. This is also young adult, and it's a book that I have wanted to read forever. Graceling. This I got from a little free library. I've read a few I Survived books. I've never read an I Survived graphic novel. I would read this, and then I will just put it right back in the little free library. I think I might unhaul this one. I got this from a little free library. I read this book. I enjoyed the book. I still haven't read the second one, The House on the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. My daughter read the second book and just was sort of so-so for her. I haven't read it, but I'm not in a hurry to read it. If I came across it, I would probably read it. Let's just put it that way. So I haven't fully decided if I want to keep this. I liked the book. I didn't love the book. It's not worth the trophy for me. So I might unhaul this one. This is one of my prizes. I got this yesterday on my day for myself. Got those together. Also got at the used store yesterday. I should say that this is Royal Assassin and Assassin's Apprentice. 2 in 1 in that order. The Thursday Murder Club, which I keep putting on hold and then I keep returning to the library, both in audio and physical form. So now that I have it, I probably will never read it. The Book That Will Forever Make Me Cry, Blood Over Brighthaven. I got to get that sticker off. I've read it, so this is a trophy book. Really, really, really want to read this. I've had this for a few months. That is really small print. A very big book with really small print. That's just what I need. Also a trophy book, Remarkably Bright Creatures. Loved this. Read this last year. This was from a little free library, and this was from a thrift store. The Last One at the Wedding by Jason Rekulak. I read one of his books last year and loved it. Can't wait for this one. Thriller, I guess. Mystery thriller. So somehow these all have to go up there. Yeah. Not only do these have to go up there, well, because these are going up there. Last year, like I said, I had 7 shelves of middle grade and very PG young adult books. 7 shelves got turned into 4. Now 4 is going to have to get turned into 2. Not sure how that's going to work, but I'm going to try. So let's go rearrange my shelves. This is nonfiction. It's going to go to the other room. These 3 are in my 26 and 26, so I'm going to put them on my TBR shelf. My stack of trophy books. These will go back here behind the cap, which is where they were beforehand anyway. We'll also go into the other room. This is a collection of short stories, which I have in my TBR teacup, and also plays, which I also have a prompt in my TBR teacup. So these can go in the other room. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours and I have this shelf fairly done. I will point out to you the bottom here is all series now. So I'm happy with that. That's got to be worked on. These two will be my red books and I need to do my puzzles still. I've moved all of my young adult over here. This is supposed to be my middle grade TBR along with my actual priority reads shelf, and there's a lot of books, so that's going to be an issue. Oh, and sorry about the lighting. And I didn't show you this one, which goes this way. It's a window of books, or through books to other books. This one will also stay on the shelf. It's late, but I just don't feel like stopping yet. I want to get it done. Okay, so the third bookcase is now done, and I'm happy with that. I have a lot of room to add red books. Okay, so now I need to tackle these two shelves. These are the last two that I have to do. I don't like the way the light's doing that. Sorry about the lighting. I'm going to pick the easy one first. These are my last two shelves to work with. I'm going to do the easy one. This is the young adult shelf. Okay, and now, again, there's lots of room, little room. These three on the end are books that have been read. Okay, I am done. Here is my new adult shelf. Not much different. Added my new books right here. This one's a little different because it's missing it was missing the mass market sized classic books. I like the way this is, my young adult shelf. So Our Infinite Fates and those are the red books. I'm really happy with my two TBR shelves. These are all middle grade books. I'm trying to hold my phone steady. These are all middle grade books. These ones right here, the way they're arranged like that, they are all the Newberries that I have left, which is 26 Newberries left, including Echo, which is right there. There's a little bit of double stacking, not a ton, but I went from 7 shelves to 4 shelves, and now this time I did 4 shelves down to 2 shelves. I'm proud of that. That means I'm reading books. Here's my series. Though my School of Fear, I'm going to check. I might give that one away. My movies, they have my trinkets and stuff. I'll have to put those back up on the shelves. I looked for a shelving unit for movies, for DVDs, and I'm just going to have to order one. I'm not sure when that'll happen. So again, series. These are the ones that get covered by my monthly TBR. And then my puzzle shelf. I think that looks okay. I have my little graduate right there next to the caps. So I think that's okay. And then my red books. And there's lots of room there now to add more books. And then continuing the series. So that was a lot. And if you think about it, 6 months ago I had 7 shelves of middle grade books. And now I have 2. That's amazing. This is my stack of, let's go through those. These are the ones I'm going to unhaul. Some of them I've read, some of them I haven't. Princess Nevermore, 7th grade weirdo. The Westing game, If I found a really nice copy of it, I might get it again, but I don't really like this copy of it. The report card, I read this one. Actually, I read 7th Grade Weirdo and I read this one. I read this, but it doesn't stick out to me as one of the best ones, and so I'm going to unhaul that one. I just read Harriet the Spy. This is my least liked cover. Still haven't seen the movie. Should I see the movie? Have you seen the movie? Is it worth it? I have my friend Flicka here. I tried to watch the Britt Marie movie. Night Flyers is historical, a fictionalized story of a historical event. That's what I'm trying to say. It's low rated and I'm not going to read it. Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I have the hardbound. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I was going to keep this because it has a good flop to it. And I figured I would read this. But in all honesty, I'm going to listen to it. So I'm going to offer this up to my friends. So Diane, if you're watching, if you want it, it's yours. Dave at Night. I kept this for a very long time. All I know about it is it's a boy who goes to a Jewish orphanage and he's abused and people are mean and also low rated. Not interested. I was interested in all these at one point or another. This is the third book in the Percy Jackson series and the only Percy Jackson book that we have. It's also the next one I'm supposed to read, so I've been hanging on to that, but I would just listen to it anyway, probably. The Fifth Wave. I read this. I enjoyed it. I believe I read the second book. I don't know if I ever read the third. I liked the movie. I'm not going to keep it. I don't need it anymore. That's young adult too. I have books 2 and 3. 2 and 3. I don't know which ones they are. To Hatchet. I think I had Hatchet at one point, but I definitely have books 2 and 3. I don't know which way it goes. I'm going to unhaul those. Just Juice is super short. I've always intended to read it. It's got pictures. It is also low rated, so I know I'm not going to read it. Cricket in Times Square is a Newbery honor. I very vividly remember reading this at the Atlanta airport, waiting for a connection flight back home after being at Disney World. And I was glad that I read it. I kept it because it's a Newbery, but I didn't really enjoy it. I would give it a 3-ish, maybe 3.5. Caleb's Story is also really, really short. Just not going to read it. Never have. I always thought this was the K, but it's actually the Key. This is a Newbery book. I thought it was a really good story. Very short. Yeah, I don't need it anymore. I kept this, The Scarecrow and His Servant, by Philip Pullman, only because it was a Pullman book, and I figured that would make it a good book. It looks creepy. I meant to read it in October, never did. Probably never will. The Missing Manatee, Cynthia DeFelice. I love her books. I just don't see me reading it. That's all. So those are all unhauls. These 4 are my horsey books, and they're just going to go upstairs. Though I might actually unhaul this one. I have the large book format, so I'll have to think about that one. That was King of the Wind. That's the one that won the Newbery Medal. This is Misty's Twilight, Mustang of the West, and Sea Star. Which I'll keep these. They're definitely going upstairs. I have a horsey book section upstairs. So my only concern that I have with my books up there is that I didn't make room for the books that I pulled out for my TBR that I probably won't get to. I'm reading one. I may not get to Daisy Jones and the Six again. I'm going to really try. I still have a little more than 10 days. I might be able to get to it, but we'll see. But if I don't read it, I don't have room for it up there. So that's a problem. But let's do the math. Because after unhauling and after books that I have read, there's new math. And this is not as painful as last time. I counted twice actually because I came up with now on my physical TBR to be read books, 222. And I'm like, that can't be right because it was 281 before. It wasn't right. I forgot about the 2 that are sitting on the table here, right there. And I forgot about the box of my chapter challenge that is still sitting underneath my desk where I can kick it. So I have 245 and a half books because I'm halfway through one of them. And that is including the TBR books that I have not read yet, my monthly TBR. So that's 245. I'm okay with that. I feel like by the end of the year, I could be under 200 physical TBR books. And I'm thrilled with that. That would give my shelves so much more room. I'm generally not keeping very many books. About half of these, maybe not quite half. A lot of the books that I'm reading, I've enjoyed them. Unless they are super good, I'm not keeping them. So I will have more room. I do have some books hidden behind, like it's double stacked. Honestly, not that many books are hidden behind the ones that we can see. I think at the most there's 5 in that one and there's 2 in that one. And I even stuck that huge clunker brick of Dune up there, which I was going to put behind, and I'm like, well, I had room. I might have to move that, so we'll see. But I'm really happy. I took most of the toys out. I like my little eraser animals. I put them with my little ceramic animals from my Red Rose tea. Do you guys know those? Have you ever seen those? When you bought the tea, they used to be in the box with it. And so I have quite a few. And I think it looks cleaner. It looks better. If you want a tour, a book by book tour of my shelves, my bookcases, I would love to do that. You'll have to leave a comment. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.